Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Carolyn. Welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you are not new here, welcome back. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to draw on your eyebrows. This is mainly how I do it, but this is practically, well, this is actually technically how everyone does it, in the steps that I will be showing you in the next slide. This is mainly for like beginners. I know mainly beginners do not have the brow dip or the brow gel dips to like do it, so I'm actually doing it with my pencil, which I still use actually. So yeah, this video is basically for my new beginners who are starting to wear makeup. I want to know how to draw on their eyebrows, and so yeah, just keep on watching and I will show you from beginning to end how I draw them on, fill them in, how I do the top and conceal the bottom and the top, as well as blend it out. So in the next slide we'll show you how it's done. So I will see you at the ending. Bye.
Okay guys, so I'm going in with a brown pencil. It's a regular brown pencil you could buy at any drugstore. It's nothing fancy. I'm going ahead and I'm going to start outlining the bottom of my brows. So I'm just using my mirror here, and I'm using a spoolie, a regular spoolie I got in one of my lash packages. I'm just going to brush my eyebrow hairs up into one direction so that it's easier for me to manage. And now I'm just going in with my brown pencil, outlining the bottom of my eyebrows first, which is the first step. You want to outline the bottom of your your eyelashes. Sorry, not your eyelashes, your eyebrows. Now, as you can see here, my natural eyebrows are really full. So the only thing I have to do every time I do my makeup is literally just to outline my brows. And after I'm done outlining them, all I do is I fill them in just a little bit, as you can see here in this video as I'm showing you here. So the first step to do is you outline the bottom and then you outline the top of it, especially if your eyebrows is already full, and then you fill them in just a little bit because it's already full. And I'm using my spoolie here just to blend that out so it doesn't look too harsh when I'm putting on my concealer. So you're gonna just go ahead and do the same steps for your other brow, which is you use your spoolie to brush your hairs up, and then you outline the bottom of your eyebrows. Then you go ahead and you outline the top of your brows, and then you fill them in just a little bit. You want to also make sure that you are doing this with a light hand, because if you do it too dark, it's gonna be really harsh, and you don't want that. This is why I recommend using a brown pencil and not a black one. But of course, whatever color you would like to use, it's totally up to you. This is just my recommendation. Also, for my new beginners out there, I want you to keep in mind that your eyebrows do not have to look exactly alike. Your eyebrows can be sisters, but not twin sisters. Now here I am using an angled concealer brush to go ahead and add my concealer underneath my brows. You want to make sure that the concealer brush you're using is an angled one. I was trying to get it to focus onto the brush itself. As you can see here, make sure that the concealer brush you're using is an angled brush, so that it makes it easier to go ahead. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. So that it makes it easier to apply on to your eyebrows. Now I will be listing the concealer that I'm using down in the description box below. Now I'm just going ahead and I'm going to apply the concealer. As I said, to make it easier, you want to use an angled concealer brush because of the way your eyebrows are. Of course, it may be an arch, may not be an arch, but also even if there isn't an arch in your eyebrows, it still makes it easier to apply onto. So you want to go ahead underneath your brows and go right underneath where you outlined and apply your concealer. As you're doing this as well, you want to make sure that you are taking your time so that you don't mess up, because it's really easy for you to just mistakenly go in a different direction because you want to be light-handed while you're doing this as well. You don't want to be too firm on the brush. You want to be light-handed, but you want to make sure, take your time just to clean up around the edges of the brow. So you want to make sure that's cleaned up properly, but also take your time so that it doesn't mess up. And a little small trick, or like a little tip for my beginners out there, if you don't have the right concealer for underneath your brows, you can also use your foundation, and you can go ahead and go over that concealer just to darken it a bit or lighten it a bit, however you like. It's just a small tip for people out there that do not have the right color for underneath your brows. It's something I normally do sometimes. If I have the concealer that's too bright for me, I use my foundation to go over it, and then it becomes the perfect color. It's just a small tip. Everybody out there, have their own tricks to their makeup hacks. I have my own. And so yeah, this is a small tip, a little small hack. And then after you do that, you want to go ahead and conceal the top of your brows. Now from the top of my brows, I don't use my concealer, I use my foundation. I will list that color in the description box below. I use my foundation to clean up the top of my brows. The reason why I use my foundation is because at the top of my brows, I don't want it to be highlighted. I just want it to be blended in with my skin or with my foundation. And so that's why I use that. But the only reason why I use my concealer underneath my brows is because I want it to be highlighted. So I'm just going over my brows to clean up the top. But I do this for me. I use the foundation. This is my step that I use. If you'd like to use your concealer for the top of your brows, you can as well do so. The thing about makeup is you do things to your liking. You don't have to do it to what somebody else says. You do it to your liking. So I use my foundation to clean up the top of my brows, but if you'd like to use your concealer to clean up the top of your brows, you can do the same thing. And I was just going over here the bottom because I felt as if it could have been cleaned up some more. So as I mentioned, you do it to your liking. Now you want to also make sure to go back and blend in the concealer that you put on underneath your brows. You want to blend that in to make sure that it does not leave a harsh line underneath your eyebrows and above your eyes. You want to make sure that's blended in properly, and also the top as well. So after you clean up the top, you want to make sure that is blended in properly, and also the bottom. So after I'm done here, as you can see here, it's blended in, but it's not perfect here, but I do have to put on concealer, and I will be blending in some more with my beauty blender. But you want to make sure that is really blended in correctly after putting on your concealer underneath your brows so that it's not harsh underneath your eyes, as you can see here from what I'm showing you. And then you want to go ahead and do the same thing for the other one. I did my other brow off camera, and I'm going to show you up close how it looks. And this is how it's supposed to be.
Now that you've reached the ending, I know that you've watched the entire video, and now you should know how to draw on your eyebrows from beginning to end, how to blend it out. And if you don't have the right, concealer or whatever, you can also use your foundation for your skin color, your skin color foundation to like blend it out, and so it doesn't look too harsh. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'm looking forward for you to watch many more. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn your post notifications on so that when I do post some more beauty tips and hacks and tricks, you are notified. Thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, I will see you in my next one. Bye.